NEWS.MC on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Bringing you news on Monaco's economy, culture, sports and more. Welcome to NEWS.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Coming up on NEWS.MC, discover past week's top stories and meet the people who make Monaco.
My name is Joël Bouzou. I am the president and founder of Peace and Sport, and you're watching NEWS.MC on Monaco Info.
What's been making headline in the past week? The Foundation for Post-Conflict Development marked its 20th anniversary in Leipzig, Germany, during a ceremony attended by His Serene Highness Prince Albert II on April 17th. Held alongside commemorations for the 80th anniversary of Leipzig's liberation in World War II, the event reflected on the Foundation's mission to promote peace and rebuild war-affected communities. Founded by Claudia Abate in honor of her father, an American liberator of Leipzig, the organization supports reconciliation and civil society in conflict zones. Monaco's continued partnership through the Monaco Red Cross and Stelios Foundation underscores the Principality's commitment to peace, remembrance, and global cooperation. Following the devastating 7.7 magnitude earthquake that struck Burma in March, causing over 3,500 deaths and injuring 5,000 people, Monaco has stepped forward to provide humanitarian support, as announced on April 17th. With health facilities overwhelmed and basic supplies rapidly dwindling, the Monegasque Red Cross and the princely government announced a combined donation of €100,000, each pledging €50,000 to aid the affected communities. The initiative, led by His Serene Highness Prince Albert II, reflects Monaco's commitment to global solidarity and rapid response in times of humanitarian crisis. Recovery efforts remain critical as the situation on the ground continues to deteriorate. Medal-winning athletes and coaches from Special Olympics Monaco were received at the residence of the Minister of State on April the 17th to celebrate their achievements at the World Winter Games in Turin. Interim Minister of State and Minister of Foreign Affairs Isabel Berro Amadei congratulated the delegation for their outstanding performance, which earned 12 medals, including 2 gold. In her remarks, she praised the team for embodying the values of courage, perseverance, and team spirit, while also acknowledging the dedication of Special Olympics staff and volunteers. The Association of Honorary Consuls of Monaco held its General Assembly at the Hotel Hermitage on April the 18th, with Interim Minister of State Isabel Berro Amadei, state councillors, and government officials in attendance. After President Marc Lecour presented the annual report and highlights of the past financial year, the evening's key moment was the appointment of 2 new honorary members, Colonel Luc Fringant and Lieutenant Colonel Laurent Soler. The ceremony celebrated their distinguished service and contributions to Monaco's public and diplomatic life in a warm, formal gathering. The Principality marked Easter with a mix of cherished traditions and joyful activities on April the 20th. A 42 cannon salute from Fort Antoine and the return of church bells across Monaco signaled the celebration. Children enjoyed Easter egg hunts and creative workshops at Parc Princesse Antoinette, crafting their own colourful baskets. The event also featured a mini petting zoo from Poil et Plumes, teaching animal welfare and offering hands-on encounters with rescued animals. Face painting, wooden games, and inflatable structures added to the festive atmosphere, making the day a delightful blend of heritage and fun for all ages. His Holiness, Pope Francis, passed away on Easter Monday, April the 21st, at the age of 88. The first pope from Latin America and the first Jesuit to hold the office, he was widely respected for his humility, advocacy for the poor, and environmental consciousness. His final public appearance took place on Easter Sunday, where he addressed the faithful from the Vatican balcony with visible frailty. His death marks the end of a papacy defined by outreach to the peripheries, reform efforts, and a deep pastoral spirit. In Monaco, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II expressed profound sorrow, remembering the Pope's spiritual generosity and tireless promotion of peace and justice. Bells tolled across the Principality, flags were lowered to half-mast, and a public mass will be held at Monaco Cathedral. Pope Francis leaves behind a transformative legacy rooted in compassion, inclusion, and courageous dialogue with the world. The Principality of Monaco welcomed Fra John Dunlop, Grand Master of the Sovereign Military Order of Malta, for a historic 48-hour visit on April 22nd, marked by diplomacy, remembrance, and humanitarian focus. Taking place shortly after the death of Pope Francis, the visit carried deep symbolic weight, underscoring shared values of compassion and service to the vulnerable. Ambassador Alberto Di Luca highlighted 15 years of diplomatic ties and centuries-old connections between the Grimaldi family and the Order. Over the years, collaboration has intensified through humanitarian projects in Lebanon, Senegal, and beyond. During the visit, the Grand Master met with their Serene Highnesses Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene, attended a working session with local partners, and joined a mass at Monaco Cathedral. In a significant announcement, Princess Charlene was named a new member of the Order of Malta. The visit reaffirmed Monaco's ongoing commitment to global humanitarian efforts. The Princess Grace Hospital Centre has inaugurated its state-of-the-art transfusion centre, Le Belvedere, in the presence of His Serene Highness Prince Albert II and several dignitaries. Spanning 1,300 square metres over 5 levels, the new facility is located between the Tamaris and Louis I buildings and centralises blood donations, testing and anatomopathology services in one streamlined location. Built to meet the latest health standards, the centre enhances patient care and operational efficiency while marking a key milestone in Princess Grace Hospital's ongoing transformation. It also introduces the IDILA platform, enabling rapid on-site molecular analysis, especially vital in oncology. This allows cancer patients to receive targeted therapies faster, reducing the wait time for results from weeks to just hours. The facility also consolidates previously scattered pathology services, improving collaboration and diagnosis. With this new opening, the CHPG further asserts its commitment to modern, responsive healthcare and strengthens its central role in Monaco's medical future. The Roca team took a strong first step towards the EuroLeague Final Four with a commanding 97-80 victory over FC Barcelona in the quarter-final opener at the Salle Gaston Médecin. Despite a slow start and trailing after the first quarter, Monaco surged ahead with a blistering 18-2 run in the second, led by a sharp Eli Okobo and a dynamic Terry Tarpi. Mike James and Daniel Theus both notched 22 points, while Monaco's intense defence forced 18 Barcelona turnovers. The Catalans briefly closed the gap before Monaco pulled away again in the second half, with James, Okobo and Strazel all delivering standout performances. Next up, our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
My name is Joël Bouzou. I am the president and founder of Peace and Sport. I am from the southwest of France. I started with many sports, track and field, cross country, fencing, swimming, and suddenly we discovered that I could compete in one, which is modern pentathlon, and started to compete at the national level, then international level, then Olympic Games, world champion title and the Olympic medal. In love with sport, in love with the people I met through sport. I came with the evidence that sport is changing personalities for the better, and that it builds up citizens of the world. In fact, it's not only sharing the same rule, it is speaking the same language. When I started doing sport at the international level, I even didn't speak English. Just a little bit. So you could not, I could not integrate all the differences. I could pick it up a bit, but it's only later that with maturity that you discover what sport has brought to you. In Monaco, you have an Olympian at the end of the state, and you have independence and neutrality. That was the right configuration to anchor an organization which would work under the neutrality of sport, anchored on the credibility of the neutrality and independence of Monaco. Maybe you can use this to contribute to solving inter-religious or inter-ethnic problems. We are not there to judge anyone. We are here to bring solutions, to bring people together. Sometimes divided individuals, divided communities, sometimes giving a solution for diplomats to meet through sport. When the climate is good, they can talk about other issues which they would never talk in other places. I could speak about peace and say peace is not the absence of war. That's sometimes what people think. But if you think like that, you will not keep peace for a long time. You have to be active. Our agenda is to convince more and more government leaders that they should invest in sport because of this, not because of only competitions or medals or whatever. For social cohesion, for peace between communities. We will spread peace from the beginning. And especially when the kids are young, we educate educators to follow this path also. We organize every year a forum, sometimes in Monaco, sometimes overseas. We highlight the best practices, and we have also world operations. It's the white card campaign. It is a special day which has been created by the United Nations and the IOC. Because I like you very much, I will raise the white card for you. You know, you have the yellow or the red card in football, but we have the white card. This is a symbol. And 1 billion people so far have raised their white card and have posted selfies of their white card on their social networks. We try to increase this every day. We have some private partners. We have clients. For example, some states are clients because they want to develop a peace program. So they become our client and we deliver that. And that gives us the possibility to develop more and more operations. For example, 2 years ago we were in Saudi Arabia. This year, at the end of the year, we will be in Rwanda. And next year in Turkmenistan. The first time was when I came to install myself as General Secretary of the International Federation of my sport, modern pentathlon, in '97. Before, I never had the opportunity. I was traveling, I was training. I discovered in '97, and since then I am here. And I was coming from Paris, born in the southwest, discovered the beauty, and I've been feeling well from the beginning when I came here. I see myself in many places in the world because I go for missions or sometimes for pleasure also. But really, I love traveling, meeting people, and changing the reality when it's possible. But the gravity center where I think I am from is from Monaco, yes, all the time. It's a sport capital, very clear. From the top to the bottom. There is a DNA here which is really talking about sport. Being part of this and surfing on this wave internationally makes sense. You find a lot of support for the actions you initiate. And yes, I'm very proud also to see that some top competitions in the world happen every year in Monaco, like the Formula 1, the tennis, the equestrian Grand Prix. It's not only talking about sport, talking about peace, but it is making it real, involving a lot of kids to sport. I think it's very safe and very positive education. We have now teachers of peace through sport. They are not only sport educators, they become peace educators through sport and specialize in that. So if you go, for example, to Colombia, where we have a huge program now, the people get results in terms of stability of society. Through this approach, the goal is to become global from our gravity center, Monaco, anchored on the independence and the neutrality. And there is no limit in what we can reach in terms of goal. This world has a big need of stability. Sport conceived like that can be a great contributor.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching NEWS.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover the full interview and more stories on our websites, NEWS.MC and MonacoInfo.com. Next week we will receive Philippe Boisbouvier, CEO of Monaco Brands. This show is intended to provide a summary of the past week's top stories for the English-speaking audience. For daily and real-time news updates in English, please visit NEWS.MC and subscribe to our free daily newsletter. For French news, visit MonacoInfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.